happened, and how did you feel when they told you?
Oh man, I felt blessed, you know what I'm saying, for my teammates to vote on me. It's nothing short but a blessing. You know, I'm glad that they trusted me to help them, lead them. But like I told y'all before, they can lead me too. You know what I'm saying? They can keep me accountable and all that. So
Chuck, from the outside, most of the questions about this team going into this year have been about the defense and what you guys lost. What have you seen out of your defense in camp that gives you confidence going into the open?
we go hard every day. We're going hard. You know, we're physical. You know, flying to the ball. We tell everybody trust each other. You know, we got transfers, yeah, but they came in and they trust us. We trust them. Like the whole defense is coming together. It's a good deal.
What did you want to work on when you came into camp, and how do you feel like you progressed in working on that?
My biggest thing was just kind of footwork in the box. Just because I feel like we better with not crossing over and stuff. But I feel like over the time of camp as went on, I think I did pretty good in that. You know, just kind of getting over top of the blocks. You know, getting my hands in the right place, everything. So I think I succeeded in that case.
Chuck, the injury suffered by Darius last week, it obviously impacts the depth on the D-line, but beyond Johnny and some of the other veterans returning, why is that unit still in a good place entering the season?
Like I said, when you got a guy like Johnny even in the room with them and to you know, keep them going, I mean, they're always gonna be in a good place. And we got depth at every position now, it seems like. So I don't think it's not like maybe a few years ago you might have had a drop off, but now it's like you got guys that are ready to step up, ready to come play. And, you know, I wish the best for Darius, you know what I'm saying? It's a sad thing, people get injured. You know, we're here for them, but that defense there was real good.
After such a successful.
What is that about Johnny that makes him so impactful and so effective off the edge?
Man, it's like people don't really see it, but you know, Johnny's explosive off the edge. I'm telling you, it's like we was doing little races and you know, off season messing around, but he's a fast dude. Like people don't. I'm saying, I just doesn't seem like people really know that he can get around you, make a move, he's strong. Just a really good player.
After such a strong season last year and preseason awards kind of going around to a lot of people, how do you block out the noise coming from those things and focus on having the 1-0 mindset that Coach Strink references?
Oh yeah, you know, a lot of that stuff is just noise. You know what I'm saying? Preseason, anything don't really mean nothing. You still gotta go prove it, right? I mean, you know, you can look at our overall ranking. I mean, it's great, but we ain't done nothing this season yet to show for that. So we gotta sit there and go out with one play at a time, one game at a time, one practice at a time. So.
Chuck, Brady was just telling us about how much it paid off for those few years, being right around 500 and having that adversity to really build you guys together. With all the newcomers coming in, and particularly, you know, Khalil and Corey in your room, how do you kind of gel them in and get them to adopt that same mindset?
I think the biggest thing is treating everybody like, you know, it's a brotherhood. You know, when they came to the school, they chose our brotherhood for a reason. I think it wasn't too hard to gel them in just because, you know, they already accepted what they wanted to be in this team and that was part of this team. And, you know, guys like Khalil and Corey, you know, they're great guys. You know what I'm saying? They came in the room was like automatically want to talk to everybody, get close. You know, we watch extra film, doing things like that. So it really wasn't too hard to gel them in just because of their personality and what Drink recruits.
Chuck, thinking back to just a couple days before the Cotton Bowl, what do you remember about the Wilderness Brotherhood message that came out of that team chapel session, and then Coach Drink talking about it before the game and at halftime?
Oh man, you know, that was probably one of the best things you could hear about it because it's true. I mean, a Wilderness Brotherhood, that's what you want. You want guys that's gonna, you know, go hard for you no matter what. Even in adversity, you can tell even that game was so tight the whole time to the very end. Finally scored them 2 touchdowns. Like it was like, okay, we got to come together, and we never back down. We all came together, and I see the same thing in this team this year.
Chuck, the tenacity, the aggressiveness on defense remains the same, but the voice at the top is different this season. How would you describe Coach Platoon's style of leadership? What you've observed from him so far?
Oh man, I mean, you know, he's a cool dude. He's laid back, but he gets on it when it's time to get on it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I love about him. He knows how to get serious with us, and then knows just that he knows how to talk to us. I guess you could say. You know, his leadership's great. I think he steers us in the right direction no matter what. You know, he's big on trying to help us succeed, not just like, oh, his defense, but it's more about the players. And I think that's what we all love about him. We trust him, you know, leading us.
Where have you seen Brayshawn Littlejohn grow, and then also Jeremiah Beasley, who coach mentioned last week, has been stepping up with his focus?
Yeah, man, Lil Bray, that's my dog, but he's you know, he's grew a lot. You know what I'm saying? Just comes from learning plays and stuff. I mean, you look from last season now, it's like it's a big difference. Like saying he can talk to me, understand the plays, know what's going on, know the scheme, what the offense about to run. And I think that's the biggest jump, understand the play. I think that's the biggest jump for a lot of young guys, right? Jeremiah, love him, love that he came here and got, came with us to play. And, he's done great too. He's a physical dude, and he's not small, you know what I'm saying? So that's a big young linebacker, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad he's here. He's done a lot of great things too.
Chuck, Coach Drake was talking about the importance of, you captains defensively specifically being, coaches on the field and communicating to these young guys what death row is with a new coach at the top. How do you kind of lean into that role, and how do you kind of communicate what the brand of, I guess, death row is?
I think it's just doing it every day in practice, you know what I'm saying? Young guys, personally, I know I talk to a lot of them, trying to just tell them, like, what the standard really is. And like I said, it's really just physical, violent, understanding there's gonna be adversity, but if we come together and stay together, we're gonna be all right no matter what.
Chuck, earlier in fall camp, Tristan Newsom was talking to us, and he was very adamant about taking on a leadership role and being a guy that the younger linebackers go to for advice. What have you seen from him during fall camp that sort of backs up those words?
Oh yeah, man, Tristan's a great leader, you know what I'm saying? Just that C on the chest to me don't mean nothing, because like I said, this team has a million leaders, but Tristan in itself, I mean, he communicates with everybody. He's out there trying to talk, he's trying to tell everybody, good job, giving, little high fives coming off sideline no matter what. So, he's that type of dude where it's like, he may not have a C on his chest, but I'm saying he's a great leader for this team.
After such a successful season for you last year and then being named the captain in the offseason, how's your mindset kind of shifted going into this year and being a leader on this team?
I don't want to say it shifted too much because, I've always been for my guys. I love my teammates. I love being around them. I just think just being older kind of helps, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm just still here to, do my part, be a part of the team, help guys out if I can. They can help me out too, and like I said, it's just a big team.
Two more guys. Chuck, are you gonna have the in-helmet, or you need a guy who's having the speaker? What's the process been like of getting used to that?
Oh, I mean, when you go back to spring ball, it was tough to like understand, cause like you're going from now listening to basically like a walkie-talkie basically, right? So, it was tough at first, but I think we got a good grip on it and understanding like how to use it, how they're calling it, me communicating to everybody. I don't think it's too hard now. I think it's nice and it'll work out well.
Chuck, Coach mentioned boundary safety as a position that he's seen a lot of improvement in. What have you seen out of those guys who's really impressed you in fall camp so far?
Oh man, honestly, I can tell you, Giannis, that whole safety room is great. You know what I'm saying? You look at Marvez, who else in there? There's so many. Joseph, even Greco, young guys. I mean, everybody in there is willing to play, willing to do their role, willing to go hard. I mean, turnovers and stuff like that. I mean, them boys are all real good. So I mean, they've all impressed me. I don't want to say not one person hasn't. Even the young guys, it's all guys. So.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, Chuck.